If you're expecting a repeat of 2022, where Morocco parked the bus and hoped for the best against France, you're reading the wrong data. What we actually have in this 2026 quarterfinal is a collision between two highly evolved tactical heavyweights. Look at the baseline numbers. France comes into this match with a perfect 5 wins in 5 games. They've scored 14 times and allowed exactly 2 goals. They are operating like a well-oiled machine. But Morocco brings their own elite resume. They arrive in North America as the reigning African champions, carrying a massive 34-match unbeaten streak. Public sentiment expects them to sit deep and absorb pressure. The reality is they've built a possession-capable structure that can dictate play when needed. Basing your fantasy lineups or betting positions on the romantic underdog narrative from 4 years ago is a trap. You need to look at how these rosters actually function today. The core tension of this match comes down to transition speed. Both sides are completely lethal when they counterattack. This chart shows exactly how dangerous they are. Looking at fast break shots across the tournament, Morocco ranks first with 10, France right behind with 9. And they aren't just shooting, they're converting. Both squads have netted 3 goals from these exact scenarios. This creates a massive risk for both managers. If you push your fullbacks too high up the pitch to support the attack, you immediately expose yourself to a high-probability counter the second you lose the ball. It's a high-stakes game of transitional chicken. Figuring out who wins means isolating the specific mismatches out on the flanks. France has adjusted their approach in the knockout rounds, starting Lucas Digne at left-back instead of Theo Hernandez to secure better deep crossing. The trade-off here is space. When Digne pushes up the pitch to deliver those crosses, he leaves a gaping hole in the French defense. That hole happens to be exactly where Morocco is most dangerous. Achraf Hakimi and Brahim Díaz operate on that right flank, perfectly equipped to attack that specific weakness. This map shows the mechanism. Díaz pulls centrally, creating a clear runway for Hakimi to sprint into Digne's abandoned space. But France has an immediate counter. When Hakimi commits forward, Mbappé and Barcola use their raw speed to instantly exploit the gap he leaves. This right side versus left side asymmetry is the defining battleground of the match. Whoever successfully exploits that empty space will dictate the fast break offense. We also have to factor in the medical reports, because the injury updates significantly alter the geometry in the midfield. Morocco takes a massive hit here. They lose Ismael Saibari, their primary goal threat in this tournament, to a hamstring injury. Without Saibari playing as a false 9, Morocco has to bring in Soufiane Rahimi as a traditional striker. That shift sacrifices their numerical advantage in the center of the pitch. While Morocco loses a key piece, France gains one. Aurélien Tchouameni is expected to return from his adductor injury. He provides the exact defensive anchor France needs to break up central transitions and protect their back line. Morocco loses their midfield overload at the exact moment France gets their premier midfield destroyer back on the field. That math makes things incredibly difficult for the Atlas Lions. There is a hidden variable here that fantasy managers often miss: yellow card accumulation. For France, key facilitators Michael Olise and Manu Kone are currently carrying yellow cards. Morocco has critical defenders walking the exact same tightrope. Captain Achraf Hakimi and center-back Issa Diop are both one booking away from a suspension. Players in this situation naturally adjust their behavior. They play more tentatively to ensure they don't miss a potential semifinal. That hesitation directly reduces the number of tactical fouls, those intentional trips and grabs usually used to stop a counterattack before it starts. Fewer tactical fouls mean the game opens up. As we hit the final 20 minutes, the probability of successful, high-yield fast breaks will spike. Morocco's structural evolution is impressive, but playing without Saibari removes the specific tool they need to unlock France's fortified midfield. France doesn't need long spells of possession to hurt you. Their ability to score rapidly through direct attacks gives them a clear mathematical edge. Taking the matchups and the injuries into account, the data points to a 2-1 victory for France. Morocco has the tools to find the net using that right-sided overload, but France's transition pace will ultimately overwhelm them. So how do we translate this tactical breakdown into actual capital allocation for your fantasy lineups? If you are an investor looking for a high ceiling, route your budget heavily into France's attacking core. Kylian Mbappé is the absolute must-have asset here. With Hakimi pushing forward, Mbappé is going to see an immense volume of high-quality transition chances. If you're hunting for value, look past Morocco's traditional forwards and target their midfield creators. Brahim Díaz offers immense potential for ROI. He will be the focal point, initiating almost every Moroccan counterattack. In terms of what to avoid, do not invest in clean sheets for either goalkeeper, and downgrade your exposure to any players currently sitting on a yellow card. Optimizing your portfolio for this match means stripping away the emotion of the 2022 storylines and putting your money squarely on the ruthless mathematics of transition pace.
Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to follow Footmania India on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Bye!